Court is in session, sort of. Ever since COVID-19 struck Utah, state and justice courts have been practicing social distancing while attempting to serve justice. And there's a good reason why they did so. For every crime, there's a story, and the truth matters. Here's ABC4 Senior Crime and Punishment Correspondent Marcos Ortiz with tonight's Justice Files.
For now, it's only the judges, lawyers, and some defendants appearing in court through the use of technology. The public has been kept out. To date, everyone's been kept safe, even after someone tested positive for the coronavirus.
Mondays are normally the busiest court day at the Matheson Courthouse in Salt Lake City, but the parking spaces are empty. Because of COVID-19, only essential hearings are being held.
This is our effort to hear mission-critical cases during the course of this pandemic.
The Utah Supreme Court, like the lower courts, is using video conferences to hear those cases. Everyone's isolated, but the technology allows participation as if they were inside a courtroom.
Let me answer a couple of questions that the different justices have had.
Video conferences are scheduled through May. Any delay would pose problems.
Quite honestly, had we skipped 3 months worth of hearings and started afresh come July, which is what the alternative would have been, we would have had a significant number of cases where justice delayed was justice denied.
Outside the Salt Lake Justice Court sits an RV. It's a temporary courtroom.
It doesn't look like a real courtroom, but it can do everything a real courtroom needs to do in turn, and it can do it safely.
The RV helps the court keep smaller gatherings and better use of social distancing. It helps after learning someone at their court tested positive for COVID-19.
And we didn't know about it for 20 days. So had we known about it earlier, we would have had a situation where we would have had to kind of backtrack and figure out everyone that was in that room, everyone that was in the room the next day. It would have been more of a project to piece it back together.
He says they weren't tested because the exposure was over 14 days and no one experienced any symptoms. As for the video conferences, it may be a sign of the future.
But I think after this going forward, we will probably just schedule some remotely to save lawyers the time and trouble, and most importantly, their clients, the attorneys' fees.
The next step is to allow the public inside the courtroom without ever leaving their home. The judicial system's technological experts are now working on that. We'll let you know when that happens, both on air and on our website, abc4.com. For the Justice Files, Marcos Ortiz, ABC4 News.